Welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Eric, and for today I would like to share with you my different foundation collections from MAC Cosmetics. Now, before I begin, I would just like to be very clear on one thing, and that is because I don't want to get so much hate out there. Well, the purpose of this video is not to brag, but to basically provide helpful information for people out there who might be interested into looking into trying MAC foundations, or for people out there who might be still in the search of their holy grail foundations. I really do hope that this video will help you. So stay tuned, guys. So my first foundation from MAC, this is the first ever foundation I ever had from them, and this is also the first product I ever bought from MAC Cosmetics. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish SPF 15 foundation. It comes in the bulky compact simply because it's divided into compartments. You have the product on top portion, and then once you open it up, you would have there like a lower portion or the sponge compartment, wherein you would notice that there's a vent around it, which I think would be to let your sponge breathe. This one provides a dewy finish. It's great with hydration. I normally use this on my flights because, as we all know, the cabin air can be drying to the skin most of the time. So whenever I would take on a flight, this is what I always put on because it really provides a great hydration. I got it in the shade of NC30, and as for this foundation, I always apply it using the MAC 187 Duo Fiber brush. I normally just dip the brush into the product just to enough to get some of it, and then use a circular motion to apply it to the face. Now this one provides medium coverage, buildable to full, and it provides a dewy finish. So this is how my face looks like when the foundation is applied. This half of my face has the MAC Mineralized foundation, and as you can see, it already evens out the skin tone, and it really improves the look of the skin in itself. It covers most of the redness and some blemishes, and it really gives that fresh looking skin. The thing I like about that foundation is, number one, the ease of application. It's very easy, especially if you're in a hurry. Number two, it provides a good coverage. I only use very little of it, and it already covered most of my problem areas or skin concerns. If you want to go on full coverage, then you might want to go ahead and apply more, build it layer by layer, and I think it would really come up beautifully. So the next foundation I got from MAC is the MAC Pro Longwear SPF 20 foundation. It also comes in cream formulation, and I got it in the shade of NC42. It's kind of too far from the NC30 that I got in the MAC Mineralized, because basically this is of a different range from the MAC foundation line, if that makes sense. So the same with MAC Mineralized one, it comes in a bulky compact. Still, when you open it up, you'll get the mirror, you'll get the product, and the sponge compartment. As you can see, guys, there's still a lot of product left with this one, simply because I don't use this much, because I gotta say that this is one of the least favorite foundation I have from MAC, for the reason that it is such a hard work. I also use the 187 brush to apply this, but for the purpose of this video, I would like to use a different brush, a clean e.l.f. stippling brush. I gotta say that for this foundation, this could be one of my least favorite product, for the reason that it is such hard work. I tried to give it a few times. I give it a chance to really work. I've tried it in so many different ways to apply it, but it doesn't really work well with my skin, no matter how moisturized my skin is. It's just really give that very flaky, cakey finish, and it's very obvious that you got something on your face. Let me show you guys on how it would look like on the other half of my face by applying using this e.l.f. stipple brush. So this is how the Pro Longwear looks like on my skin when applied. This half of my face is using the Pro Longwear foundation, and as you can see, there's a little bit of difference when it comes to the shade. The Pro Longwear is a good one. I have high hopes for it, but it just really disappointed me big time. Between Mineralized one and the Pro Longwear one, I have to give it to the Mineralized one, because the Pro Longwear, I have to say that it's a little bit hard work for me. I really like to love the Pro Longwear, but there are just a few reasons why I don't like it, to say the least. One, it's such a hard work, it's very difficult to apply. I tried several ways of applying it, with the use of the stipple brush, with the use of the sponge that came with it, with the use of another sponge, with the use of a beauty blender, but it doesn't work for me. It always ends up either too cakey or too yellow for me, and it's somehow very tacky for my likings. And unfortunately, the Pro Longwear has been discontinued. I can see reasons why. I don't think it really made a good impact on other MAC users as well. So the next foundation I would like to share with you guys is this MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, and I got it in the shade of NC35. So this foundation is really amazing, guys, because it says waterproof, and when it says waterproof, it really means waterproof. I was amazed on how it was able to repel water when I had it on my face. So if you will be traveling in a rainy weather, or in a country wherein they're in a rainy season, I guess this would be a perfect foundation for you to use. Another thing that I like about this is the scent of it. It has a very subtle, clean scent on it. It's not too overpowering. And another thing, it has a very good coverage that can double up as a concealer. As for this foundation, I gotta say that it's either a hit or a miss for me. There are days that it will work really well for me, and there are days that it would really just look tacky on me. Application is concerned, I find using my fingers to really do it well, because I think the product is just too thick, and with the use of the fingers, I think it helps to warm up the product and really work it into the skin. This foundation has really a very thick consistency, and like I said, there are times that I use this not as a foundation, but actually just an under eye concealer, because look at that consistency. It's very, very thick. It's almost sticking up to my hand. It's not even flowing at all. It's not even moving. As for this foundation, again, like what I said, it's either a miss or a hit, which kind of makes me somewhere in between. I would not say that it's my favorite, and I would not say that it's not my favorite. It's kind of in the middle. So moving on to my next foundation, I got this MAC Pro Longwear SPF 10 foundation, and I got it in the shade of NC37. Now, I gotta say that this is also one of my least favorite foundation, because just like with the Pro Longwear Compact, this is also such a hard work for me. Again, I've tried it to work for me in so many different ways. I tried to apply it using the 187 brush. I tried to use it with a stipple brush. I try to use it with a beauty blender. I try to use it with my finger. I even tried to mix it with a moisturizer. I tried to mix it with Fix Plus, but it just always gives me the same result, wherein it's very cakey and it's very obvious. If you have dry skin, I don't think that this would really work for you, because it would just really emphasize the dryness on your face. This provides medium to full coverage and provides a semi-matte finish, which was kind of the selling point for me, because with all of the foundation I previously had, most of them had a dewy finish. So I thought I would like to try giving matte finish a go. So this was the first thing that came in my mind, and I was so excited at the time when I got it, because when I was at the MAC store when the makeup artist tried to put it on, I was so amazed on how well it sat on my skin. But unfortunately, when I got home and when I tried to use it the following day, it was just a complete mess. As far as the consistency is concerned, it's a little bit thick for my liking as well. As you can see when I swatch it, it's almost the same as the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, although this one seems to be running a little bit slowly. But still, overall, it's quite thick for my liking too. So I'm gonna try again to put it on this side of my face, and so that we can compare it with the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. So this is how my face looks like after applying the MAC Pro Longwear SPF 20 foundation. On this side I got it on, and on this side is the other foundation, and I think they both provide a very good coverage. The only thing that I have issue with on the MAC Pro Longwear SPF 20, like what I said a while ago, it tends to be cakey if you've over applied it, and throughout the day I've noticed that it would form like a little bit of creasing to the side of my nostrils, and if I had it on for almost the whole day, I would notice that it starts to settle into the pores, which kind of gives it a way to make it more early look obvious on you. So as for these two foundations, they're both long wearing, so I always see to it that I always use a very effective makeup remover when I'm done for the day, just to make sure that every bit of this makeup is taken off from my face before going to bed. So I just cleanse my face again just to get rid of the previous foundations, and just so that we can go on to the next. And speaking of which, so the next foundation I would like to share with you guys is this MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation. And this one comes in two sizes, the 50 ml, which is this tiny one, and 120 ml, which is the bigger one. It doesn't have a pump or anything like that. It only comes in a squeeze bottle. It has this nozzle at the end, and I got it in a shade of C4. This one is very, very runny. It has a very, very thin consistency. As you can see, it's running rapidly down through the back of my hands. For this foundation, this provides sheer satin finish, which is perfect in achieving that second skin effect. And because of the consistency of this foundation, wherein it's very thin and very light, it sets very quick when applied. I always apply this using my fingers, because with the use of my fingers, I feel that I can control it. Let me apply this again on this side of my face, and then later on this side of my face, I'll be putting another foundation, just so that we can have a point of comparison to see which one is best. So after applying the foundation on this side of my face, you can tell the difference, because on this side of my face, it already improved the condition of the skin. It looks fresh, it looks very glowy because of the satin finish of the foundation. However, you can still see the natural flaws of my face. There are still a few blemishes that are still picking through, which is kind of light, because again, it gives the illusion of a second skin effect, and people might think that you really have a very good skin. Longevity wise, this foundation doesn't last very long, unfortunately. The most that it holds onto my face is probably about 3 to 4 hours, and then after that it would start to oil up and start to melt, so I would have to blot a few times. But otherwise, it's still a good foundation for me. I love it because the fact of the ease of application, it's as if you're just applying a tinted moisturizer or just a moisturizer. And it doesn't feel tacky. It really sets very fast, and it's not sticky at all. I love it. Moving on to the next, this is my last foundation, and this is the MAC Studio Water Weight SPF 30 foundation, and I got it in the shade of NC37. This one, I gotta say, is my favorite foundation. It provides medium coverage with a very dewy finish, and again, it gives that second skin effect just like the body and face and body foundation. It really improves the look of the skin instantly without having you notice that you're wearing a foundation. This foundation comes with a dropper as its applicator, so just twist off the top part of the product and you would see that there's this medicine dropper. And as you can see, the consistency of the product as well is a little bit runny, just as the face and body foundation. So let me try to put this on this side of my face again so that you can see the difference between the two. This is how my face looks like after applying the MAC Studio Water Weight Foundation. As you can see, it improves the condition of the skin already. It covers most of the blemishes, the redness, and other skin concerns. And more importantly, it provides that glow, instant glow and radiance to the skin, as you can see. And the good thing about this foundation is that it has SPF 30 PA++, although I would still recommend that if you would be out in the sun, if you would be exposed under the sun for too long, don't rely on its SPF protection. Might as well just use an extra layer of protection underneath the foundation, if that makes sense. So going back to the foundation itself, I believe that it provided a very good coverage. It covers the blemishes, some issues on my skin, the redness on the side of my nostrils, and more importantly, it also gives that very glowy, radiant skin finish to it, just as the face and body foundation did to the skin. So overall, I like this foundation, and unfortunately at this point I stopped getting myself foundations from MAC because I would like to give other makeup brands a try as well to see how will they be compared with MAC Cosmetics itself. We all know that MAC has a very good reputation when it comes to delivering good products. So I just really would like to venture out and see what else is out there apart from MAC. So that's it, guys, and thank you, and I hope that you had fun watching this video as much as I did. So I really do hope to see you on my next video. Bye!